Every second of every day, narcissists live their life and function out of fantasy mode, pretending and portraying to be somebody and something that they aren't, interacting and engaging with others in ways that force them to join into this twisted role play and getting them to submit to their fantasy. They want nothing, and I mean nothing, to do with reality, nor do they give but one fuck about peace, equality, compassion, understanding, or stability. What they want are problems. Problems they will create unnecessarily if there aren't any, just as a way to dominate and control in efforts to reinforce this false sense of self and their delusional beliefs. Because their false self is the only thing any intrinsic value to them at all. But while anyone who lives in a permanent state of delusion and insists as if they were living this life like they were truly on Fantasyland Island up in the sky, even if you did not have any background in psychology whatsoever, you would likely say that this person were psychotic, and you would be right. Narcissists are, in every sense of the word, psychotic, but differing in a sense to someone with, say, schizophrenia, where it's usually accompanied with hallucinations, seeing and hearing things that don't exist. Narcissist is more like an induced state of psychosis due to their refusal to even acknowledge reality, as well as their devotion to these delusional beliefs. But then go ahead and add into that lack of empathy, lack of object constancy, total disregard for others' feelings, a grandiose sense of entitlement and importance, an extreme allergy to criticism, judgment, and rejection, a heightened sense of paranoia, and in many cases, sadistically getting pleasure out of intentionally inflicting pain upon others. And what you have yourself now is an eating, breathing, living nightmare on two fucking legs, or AKA, a narcissist. Yet, for some reason, it is constantly getting overlooked or ignored altogether that these people are literally psychotic. And the most twisted part, the part that makes it really hard to get your head wrapped around, is that they choose this because being psychotic works for them, as it allows them to not have to face the reality of who they really are. Narcissists are constantly doing everything they can to deny anything that has to do with reality, essentially kicking themselves into this state of psychosis. But despite their best efforts, reality is always a knockin'. As such, they have developed these learned behaviors and defense mechanisms as a way to deter, deflect, reframe, or shift the focus onto something else to prevent reality from slipping through the cracks so they can avoid having to face the pain that this reality will bring, and why they go about every second of their lives intentionally seeking ways to get external reinforcements and validations so they can maintain this delusional life. You can't fix that type of broken. You can't fix it, you can't save it, you can't help it, because they are devoted to being just that, broken. They have no desire to change. Shit. They don't even have the desire to consider changing. And why? There is 0 point in trying to reason or have any form of sincere conversation with them about anything, because you cannot reason with the unreasonable or be sincere with the intrinsically insincere. It's impossible. And the most important thing to remember when interacting with these people is they are psychotic. Period. Trying to make sense of them or living life being associated with them is only going to bring you a life of chaos, pain, and suffering. They don't want your truth. They don't want your reality. They don't want your love, your compassion, and they most certainly don't want your help. The only way to deal with them is to plain and simply don't. Cut your ties, cut your losses. Let go of any hope of their getting better. They're not, as these people are far more dangerous than most realize or even have the imagination to believe exist. Life is far too short, and ain't nobody got time for their kind of delusional bullshit. So focus on you. Fuck the narcissist.